Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hobby Corner. It's Friday night, which means only one thing. It's Hobby Hangout! Woo! Hope you're all good. I hope you're all fine. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great week. And if you didn't, let us know in the chat. What up? Hey, what up? Spill it. Just let us know how you're doing. And yeah, let us all come together as a little community that we are, and just, you know, help be that tripod for everyone. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know in the chat what you've been up to this week, what plans you got this weekend as well, and of course, yeah, what do you think about that new anniversary miniature for 35 years of 40k? I mean, it's a pretty good one. I think it's the best so far, to be honest. Yeah, I can't fault it. It's a really nice sculpt, very dynamic, and it's a key moment in the story. I don't know the story, but so I won't, but I have been told what that moment is. In a book called Somebody's Revenge, and yeah, it's a very interesting moment in a story, and unless you read the story, you won't know what's happening exactly. There's more than what it looks like, and that's enough. So let's have a look and see what people are saying in the chat. So first of all, we got Ravers Rook. How you doing, dude? Got Lupus Canis as well. How you doing? We got Normski. How you doing, man? We also got Wolfenstone. How you doing? Look at that. Got all the mods in the chat. You absolute legends. Thank you very much. Who else we got here? Oh, we got Gina Doherty. How you doing? So I'm sure more people will jump in a bit. I haven't really tagged everyone in the Discord because, I do spam it a lot, and I've noticed people have been dropping off a little bit. With the exception of today, you lot have been chatting like, a gaggle of hens. And I'm getting I just kept getting pings from people leveling up from all their chat interactions. So good on you lot for that as well. So let's have a look. So Raven says smash the like. Well, thank you very much, dude. And always check out him Monday nights 7:30 sharp. Raven says that should have been the Warhammer Plus model. You know what? It would have been a good one, but I still like the and I think a lot of people are going to say this as well. The Cornate Terminator is still a very highly prized. There we go. Still a very highly prized bit of nostalgia, so you got that to contend with. Gina says it for a special mini. It's underwhelming. Really? I mean, it's not bad. How can you? What is it about it that makes it underwhelming for you? And again, like the Warhammer Plus models, like you have the new Cornate Terminator based on like some original Warhammer art, and they've also gone back with some real classic sculpts and revitalized them for the Age of Sigmar variant with the Chaos Sorcerer and the little familiars, and each one is like a resculpt of the new stuff, of the original familiars, which I think is bloody brilliant, and I think they're sort of heading in a good direction with that sort of stuff. Personally, I mean, that's my opinion. I don't speak for everyone else, different stripes and all that. Hey, we got Andrew. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. And we got Waylander. How you doing, dude? Hope you're all well. Let us know what you're up to in the chat, how your week has been, what you're working on at the moment as well. And of course, don't forget, if you head over to the Discord, if you haven't already, pop over there. And pop your work in progress or your finished completed stuff in the Community Corner tab. And we'll have a look at it at 10 o'clock. Show it off to the whole world. Normsky says the special mini is ace because it's killing an orc. Hey, yes, man. Of course, I got my little wheelie bin. It's full of the super jacked up bin juice, milky coffee because I wanted to just perk myself up a little bit. So yeah, it's been a long day. So yeah, don't forget. If I get too busy with things, just remind me with the hashtag bin juice. No, not hashtag bin juice. What is it? Exclamation bin juice, isn't it? Boom, like that. Throw that down in the chat, and I'll get a reminder. Or even better yet, you can always throw a donation my way. Shill, 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 shill. That will get my attention because it will ring in my ears. You go bling. Raven is working on his Spartan. Very nice, very nice. Normsky says his week has been monumentally stressful, but it's the weekend. Well, I hope we can help you de-stress, dude. Waylander says the Templar, one of those minis you want to like, but very meh. Okay, it's fair enough, man. Fair enough. Andrew says, is it because it's a Space Marine Gina? For me, it's a lovely nod to the Black Templars art from the older books. When I seen it in the group chat, I nearly exploded. I hope you had some tissues nearby. Gina says, it's a nice model, but for 35th anniversary, it could have been much better. Fair enough. So what would you have in mind then? What would you have liked to have seen? And for anyone else in the chat who don't think it's quite exactly what they would expect for a 35th anniversary, what would you have preferred? What sort of miniature or combination of miniatures would you have liked? Would you like a moment in a story or a moment in one of the animations or a whole new moment even? Or, you know, maybe a brand new miniature completely, like with brand new lore and everything like that. Me Foss in the house as well. How you doing, you beautiful bastard? Big loves to you, man. Yeah, I will drink. Well, it's not tea tonight, it's coffee, but I'll give it to you. Andrew says, nope, I was like 90 degrees. It be re. Frost and Fist. Tonight I'm finishing up some Crusaders and some Infantry Sergeants for my Imperial Guard. Fair enough. The new Horus model would have been better. You know why? Because the thing is, with the anniversary model, it's limited time only. And further down the line, they'll make it made to order. I'll say like 6 to 12 months later. But that's it. You won't get it again. Why would they do that with the Horus model when they want that to be a main like component of the Horus Heresy game? It would make sense. Also, it's not all about Horus as well. You know, this is 40k. So Horus isn't even in 40k. He'd be dead. He died in the Horus Heresy. So can't have him around. It's too late for him. If you hadn't guessed, my other Marine army is Black Templars. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. You got to have an easy paint scheme after the quartered red and yellow nonsense that is the Howling Griffins. Right. I think we've done enough chit chat, haven't we? What do you mean spoilers? Never disappointed in the special minis because you can't please everyone, so variety is cool. That's a very humble way of looking at it, Normski. So, what was I going to do? Is music level okay? Okay. Music level is good. Mic is good. I hope you can hear me alright. Hope it isn't echoey or anything. Let me know. I'm only on book 5 of Horus Heresy, Kev. You gotta be trolling me. You have to be trolling me. You have to be trolling me. There is absolutely no way. Pour that Horus down the sink in present day. That mug is expired. Can you imagine if it was the false emperor in his golden arm high chair? That would have been cool. As like the whole corpse in the armor thing, but that miniature would be way too big, I think. And how would you be able to play it on the board as well? Because people are going to want to play it. Andrew said, I don't paint them. I get them commissioned by a friend. Got about 8 other marine chapters on the go, myself plus others. Dude, come on now. It sounds like you can't make up your mind, in which case you should just go for a Death Watch army. Get a nice mix. It's black armor, that's fine, with silver trim, silver on one side, and then every dude has a different colour and emblem from their home chapter on the shoulders. Keeps a bit of variety there. Job done. Plus they're like proper cheesy, aren't they? Phil, how you doing, dude? I hope you are well, man. Hope you're well. Right, let's head over to what we're actually working on tonight. So if you remember, we were working on this little lady, right? We got all the lovely skin tones done, and now, you know, I think I might have to swap the camera and the mic around at some point, just so I can have the camera closer to under the light. But anyways, that's, you know, I'm always tinkering with my my hobby space, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I did a video of it with some lols in there. It's like the most unfocused video about a specific subject that you can get. Like, I'm bouncing around all over the place, and I don't really show off the new space because there ain't that much to show off, really. I just moved the desk around and moved a bit of the furniture and that. But there's some food for thought in there, and there's a little sort of montage of how the hobby corner has evolved over the years, and I even show off some of your hobby spaces that you shared with me as well. So boom, there you go. I'd like to see Shen assassinating Nighthaunter. Okay, interesting. Got 20 plus years of collecting. Oh, fair enough, man. Yeah, you're gonna have everything and anything, aren't you? Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Right, so look, I even did the eyes. The eyes. They're not wonky. Do you know how tough that was to pull off? Alright, so what I want to do is get the jerkin. Basically get all the cloth work done. The braces. I'm going to start working on the shield as well. There's going to be a lot of browns in there, but I'm going to use blues on the fabric and on the shield just to break it all up, and then I'm going to pick up bits of gold and silver here and there just to keep it interesting. Captain Bazooka, how you doing, dude? How you doing? How do, mate? How do? Right. So I'm on my last sheet. My last sheet of paper. That's okay. That's okay. We'll live. We'll manage. We'll get on. Alright, let's get to the saved playlist. Let's play some banging tunes. Get to jerking, that's right. It's lovely to see everyone in the chat tonight. It really is. You're like, it's like I'm the pub owner and you lot are my regulars, and you know, like without you lot I'd be bust. But you know, I enjoy your company as well, so I help you lot feel better about your poor hobby choices. Just like a barman helps everyone feel good about the fact that they're an alcoholic. And then you know, I keep you around for the lulz. Now I really should have done the blue cloth underneath, but the thing is, I'm pretty confident that I can reach it without an issue. So let's bring this in a bit close. Let's just move this over a little bit. There we go. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. That's much better. Hey Mr. Fish, how you doing, man? So for those who have come late, we're just having a little chat about the new anniversary miniature. We got some who are a bit meh about it, and some who, like myself, actually think it's quite a cool miniature. What do you guys think? And if you don't think it's all that, what alternatives would you like to see? Juna has said the big ass Horus Heresy, not Horus Heresy, but the big ass Horus that they did done. Horus Ascended, I think it is. They said that would have been good. But that would mean he would be limited edition essentially, and that wouldn't be any good for a game based on, well, him and his antics. And another one was the assassination of the Night Haunter. Again, cool idea, but it wouldn't be really usable in game, you know. You got to also think about the application of it. People are more inclined to buy something if they feel like they can use it as well. A bit of definitely not Cell Garden. Looks turkeys, mate. Fair enough. A nice one, Phil. Any idea what the price of the model would be? Probably anywhere between 20 and 30. I reckon special characters and one-offs are usually about that price. Don't paint on the skin. Don't you paint on the skin. And it's just got all this overhanging cloth, which is in the way, so it's like a sash there. I'm going to have it the same colour as the cloth underneath. So let's paint up the van braces. I'm trying to be as neat as possible, so there's less cleanup. Trying to improve my brush control because I used to be really good at painting very cleanly. And my impatience has just taken over, and I've become very sloppy with my painting in recent years. There we go. That's alright. Who else is stressing about the fact that I'm painting on a a palette pad and not a wet palette? I got a few comments after the last live stream. I believe it was build you a bloody wet palette already, was what was said, or something to that effect. Like, homemade wet palettes can be helpful, but they're shit. Like, they're just shit. They ain't that great. You know what I'm thinking, actually? This belt is going to be leather as well. So let's just get around there. There we go. Alright, that's that. Let's get this wood here as well. And what I'm going to do is to differentiate between the different leathers and has. Some of it I'll highlight up with like a bit of yellow in there, and some of it I'll highlight up with a bit of red in there, so you get like a different effect. And then you could differentiate between the details. I'm not too worried about going over in here. A leather strap. It's a fun little miniature for sure. And it's nice and different, you know, like you get so used to painting things in Warhammer scale, in a Warhammer way. It's nice to just change it up. Just gonna move that away a little bit actually. Keep knocking it with the tip of the paintbrush. Ooh. Alright. So that done. And then I'm going to do the boots as well. Again, leather, but I'm going to have them dark leather, okay? So I was going to try and go for like earthy tones and then really ramp up the brightness of the blue when I add it. Just to sort of make it pop. Because we already got the bright hair. And the light skin. So it's a nice contrast just to have that sort of break up the bright colours that are going to be around. Alright, so progress shot so far. Yeah. You're firstborn in a balloon. So Andrew says he's thinking cash money. Phil says around £30. Ryla says firstborn in a balloon. Bazook says turkey's new slang for looking beautiful. Okay. Talk about balloons. Hoping they'll take half a sarnie and cheeky reach round. Could give a crap what you use. I mostly use an old wall tile. Yeah, that's pretty good. Use an AP wet palette and a wool tile for washes and metallics. Nice, very nice. Very good tip there as well, because washes, they sort of water down way too much, don't they, on a wet palette, and metallics split, which is like rubbish. So that's a good shout for sure. Can even work very well for oils as well on a tile, because I think oils don't really dry out quickly, so you got a lot of working time with them, so just putting that on a tile, it's not a problem either. Hey, I mean, oils are now like the new bloody fad, aren't they? Everyone's using oils. It's like, look, there's nothing wrong with acrylic. It don't matter what you paint with as long as you're painting. Right, should I have... I'm gonna put auto focus on, see what it does today. Sometimes it behaves, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna put some blues in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do some blues. Blue, da ba dee da ba da. Thousand Suns blue. Ooh, you know what? This is a blue I don't get to use often, if at all. Oh, beautiful. This will do very nicely. I'll pop that there just for reference, and then I can layer up on the with the temple guard blue. Booyah! I only really get my wet palette out if it's so hot paint is insta dry, or I'm going to need the mix over a couple of days. That's fair enough as well. But then you can't really move the wet palette, can you? Otherwise it starts spilling out everywhere. Alright. Oh, that is a nice blue right there. Not too worried about these bumps. I'm going to paint them in silver. It's like silver banding, so I'll paint over easily with the blue. And as you can see, it is slightly translucent because I'm trying to keep the paints thin. Like I said, again, it's a different scale. So with Warhammer miniatures, I'd paint a bit more thickly because the details are thicker. You know, you can get away with it a bit more, but this scale, I feel like a thinner layer of paint is what's called for. So what's everyone watching on the telly as well? I've just started season 6 of Better Call Saul. Enjoying it massively. There's a really good ending to season 5, and the story is really coming along. It's just a nice sort of show for fans of Breaking Bad, you know, like, because it's got lots of oh yeah moments, and oh, so that's how that gets like that, you know. Sort of really brings the history of the characters together for the events leading up to Breaking Bad. So if you haven't started watching it already, it's a Netflix original series. It's been going for 6 years now, and yeah, it's well worth checking out. Alright, let's not get on the brown there. I know this is a bit ballsy. Like I said, I'm practicing my brush control, so when it comes to layering that wood, I'm gonna have to be super careful. There we go. Get another layer on there. It's drying quite quickly, so I'm not running the risk of tearing the paint at the moment, just to make sure that each layer is dry first. Also, should I go mad on the weathering? Well, obviously there'll be a bit of weathering on the boots, dirtying it up a bit, but I should go for like a bit of gore, a bit of paint on like blood and stuff. Let's see, great shade of blue for Celts. Exactly. The bosses would possibly still be bronze for that area, for the era. Sorry. True. Actually, House of the Dragon on Now TV. Okay, any good? She-Hulk, Andor, and Rings of Power. How is Rings of Power? Because that was getting a lot of stick before it even aired, and there was like a lot of scrambling from the writers and the directors before launch, defending it, like doing like preemptive strikes of if you don't like it, you're not a true fan of Tolkien's work and all that nonsense. So I think there's like a big clash between traditional Tolkien fans and those who wanted to make the story a little something else. I've enjoyed She-Hulk as well. I haven't seen the last 2 weeks episodes, and I haven't started Andor either. Go insane with the weathering and then lament your mistakes. Awesome. I try not to pay no mind really to internet drama. A lot of it gets round and I don't even notice it. And it could be like about TV shows, movies, politics, what's going on in the hobby sphere as well. And like most of it just flies on by. I mean, never in the history of humanity has someone's opinion been like, well, not the opinion, but never in the history of humanity has anyone thought that their opinion is the opinion that everyone should live by as it does today. You know what I mean? People forget that everyone has a different opinion, and it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, because your opinion is based on your likes and your dislikes and your history and your interactions and your experiences as a human being. So everyone's opinion is going to be different. And that's okay. Remember the days when you say, alright, agree to disagree. You know? Because at the end of the day, your opinion is just that, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not proven. If you want to list facts, then you're dropping facts, you know? I don't even know why I'm going down this road. I'm just chatting crap now. I need you lot to talk to me about hobby stuff. Come on now. Bring me back to the light. We're not here for Kev ramblings. This is hobby hangout. I'm gonna be that I'm gonna be that bloody drunk uncle who just rambles on about shit. Really liking this blue, by the way. It's really coming up nicely. And because I've already done the pre-shading, like, you know, the zenithal highlight and that, this sort of light colour is really benefiting from it. Because I'm applying it in a medium fashion. It's yeah, it's showing those highlights through quite nicely. Yeah, it's good so far. Rungs of Power, a little slow, but I like it a lot. Fair enough. Ring of Power started slow, but it's getting really good. Alright, fair enough. Reading Lord of the Rings every year since '78. Fair enough, dude. I think that's needle files. You're trying to save me. I appreciate it. I might be able to get this finished tonight, actually, if I keep the pace up. Actually, what's the time? Hey, I could. Depends how crazy you lot have gone on the community corner bit. So remember, you've got about 20 minutes. Get some pictures up on the community corner in the Discord. Not to worry about under there too much. Coming along alright, isn't it? The painting Wookie! How you doing, man? It was cutting mats, hey. You came up with the idea to use cut. Tolkien no mode engage. In letter 131, Tolkien stated he left most of the Second Age blank so that other writers could expand his work. That's fair enough. The best thing before sliced bread would have been the wheel. Fair enough. With handles. Ooh. Look at you, fancy. Right, I'm gonna... you know what? I haven't actually made a mess of the trim on these boots. Because I've kept it relatively neat, I'm gonna leave them as they are, like as a fur trim. And they're already done, like, because I've already dry brushed them and everything. Now I need to do this belt. I'm thinking do it like a black leather, so paint it black, do a little black brown highlight with it. Yeah, indoor carsies. Expand it, not cock it up. Okay. Well, there we go. Void has got his opinion there. Fight, 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 fight. Ah, my eyes started to twitch now. Stupid eye spasm. That's very helpful. I'll use a smaller brush. I got a smaller brush, I'll use a smaller brush. Always forget to use smaller brushes. It's like the most obvious thing, right? Use a smaller brush. It's a bit too wet. There we go. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Alright. That's that bit done. Okay. that, fact or opinion? Well, there you go then. Outdoor carsies on the roadsies. Jesus. Alright. So I need a little bit of brown because there's these little straps. These little hoops, sorry, not straps. That were missed. Right there. That one there. That one there. Just paint back over this one. Yeah, there's one just there. You know what? Pop this bad boy out. There you go. Now you know it's serious. I'm just corking it now. What's the name of this song? Usually stuck in my head. This one is called Dawn Wall by Def Lev. So I can copy a link to it. Hey. Copy link. There we go. Look all your fancy about it. There you go. I like to think it's called March of the Necrons. Nah, it's got nothing to do with Necrons. They would be funky though. Right, so where are we? Got the blues done and everything. I'm happy with how the blue cloth has come. I might do a bit of shading in there, but I want to get these browns done first. So I want the jerkin to be a little more red over the top. So I've got some Rhinox hide. I'm going to go 50-50 I think. With that and Mephiston. Oops, got the wrong one. And use this brush to mix. I used to do this for the leather armor for the Riders of Rohan back in the day. Gets a real nice warm colour. It would have been known as Scab Red back in the day, if you remember those old Citadel colours. It looks a lot more red when it's fresh, but once it dries, it settles right down. This is going to help me differentiate between the different levers, just to break it up a bit, just make it a bit more interesting on the eye. It's not going to be historically accurate. We're not here for that. We get a bit of this as well. Try not to get in the gaps, not the gaps, but you know, the grooves around the studs as well. Now this is the Necrons partying, for sure. Absolutely one of my favourite tunes from Epidemic Sounds. If you guys want a link to it as well, just let me know. I'll grab it before the song disappears. There you go. See, it's very subtle, but it looks good. So get that done as well. Alright. Necron Rave. Ghost whistles. Hang on. There you go. You're welcome. Whoa. There you go. It's always good to have a little break. Alright. Bin juice is well and truly demolished, so onto the fizzy stuff. What we're doing for time? 5 minutes. 5 minutes until community corner. Hey, Davide Felipe. Don't know why I said it like that. How you doing, Davide? Finally managed to pop in. What did Kev take before the show? I'm on the coffee bin juice tonight. So this is what I've been working on. We're getting there. It's coming along nicely. I'm absolutely enjoying it. Starting to layer up the various shades on the clothing. Well, those cars won't get faster just by painting them red, will they? Rinse that off, move that over, wet the tip, bring it back, pull away. Let's get again, it will come up bright, but it's going to settle down as you saw with the other one. This time I'm going to be a bit more deliberate with where I put it. I'm not just highlighting everything, I'm going to just highlight the tops of the ones which are more exposed to light. Like so. I'm definitely going to have to get these all highlight. So all this crisscrossy nonsense down there as well. And go for these ones here a little bit. Oh, the shift focus going on right now. Again, just trying to focus on more highlighting, natural highlighted areas, you know what I mean? Thanks for the coffee reminder. Nom 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 bean juice. You paint them pink instead. Oh dear, oh dear. As you tell, I don't really watch the Formula One. It's not really my cup of tea, you know, watching people race around in circles, and I know it's more to it. It's all about the engineering aspects, it's all about the techniques in driving, the you know, like it's a multifaceted sport, and there's a little bit of something in there for a lot of people, but yeah, for me it just doesn't quite. I'll happily watch the highlights when someone crashes out. 100% when someone burns out, or a wheel flies off or something, you know, like I do hope that they're okay and no one seriously gets hurt, but it's just, that's the entertaining bit. But I don't know, just seeing someone trying to overtake someone else for like 5 minutes is just not my cup of tea, you know. I have a lot of patience for some sports. Alright, so hope you can see it's like got a reddish brown coloration to it now. Alright, so now I'm happy with that. I'm going to work on the darker browns. With the darker browns, I'm just going to shade them and then leave them. I'm going to do anything else. So with that, got my OG non-oil. Booyah. Original recipe, like the KFC. Speaking of KFC, has anyone actually made any progress on their entry for this month? So for those who don't know, this month's KFC is to do a base. Not like a military hideout or base of operations, but an actual base for a miniature. Now the miniature doesn't have to be on the base, because we are purely judging the base. But you could be as elaborate or as simple, as large scale or as small scale as you like. And we just want to see how awesome they can be. It needs to be dark leather as well. I'm going to shade these proper heavy. I'm going to shade that grey up there as well. The grey trim. So yeah, I want to see different basing materials. I want to see like different techniques used, different layers, you know, like vertically. See if you get any height in there. Whatever you want, like resin, you know, like some water details, foliage, all that sort of awesome stuff, you know. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's coming along very nicely indeed. And if you haven't started, there's still time. You've got until Wednesday, 11:59 PM. There are loads who only watch for the crashes. It's why Speedway is so popular. Well, fair enough. We bases blocked out. A bass playing bass on a bass, default wins hands down. I mean, if that's what you want to make it about, go for it. Right, oh yes, now I remember. I needed... I used to have a blue shade. No, I don't have one anymore. And purple is going to be too purple. Maybe I could water down some McCrag blue. Cantor blue, there we go. Gotta thin down some Cantor. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hope this works. So get some darker shading in and around some of the details. Oh yeah, that's working well. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. So what are the mods up to at the moment? They've all gone quiet. Supposed to be juggling or like eating swords or jumping through flaming hoops to keep everyone entertained while the star of the show, do as little work as possible. I'll just, I don't know. A little bit in there as well. A little bit in there. This Kantar blue actually came out quite light once it was thinned down. Surprisingly. But I know once you get the light on it, the proper light, you'll see the difference. Oh man, this montage music has got me sweating. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, we're 10 minutes over for Community Corner. Well, thanks for the reminder, you twat. Let me just quickly finish this. So, I was in such a roll, that's why. Just pull that around those studs along there. And then a little bit more in there. Enhance that. I was going to go in and around there. There we go. Alright, that'll do. Alright, let's get Community Corner on the go. It's always good when there's people that you trust the most to help you out, live up to expectations, right? Big loves to you all. Big loves to you all. Don't know where I would be without my mods, so all the love for you lot. Alright, there's that. Hang on a moment. Just gotta load it on. There we go. Huzzah! Booyah to the hooyah. Alright, so every week we have a look at what you lot have been working on, whether it's works in progress, completed works of art, or planned projects. Today we have Phil saying he's doing Soddle. So thanks, Phil. Next up, we got Bunker from Bunker Gaming. Go check him out. He's on Twitch. He does lots of stuff all day, every day. Dude is a machine. And he's just recently hit 200 followers as well. So big congratulations as well, because that's a great milestone to reach over on that badass body platform. I say badass. It's alright. But it's a tough platform to get right. So you're doing fantastic, mate. And here is a funky base. As you see, look, these Necrons are in different colours, which is pretty cool. I really like. This is going to be a good contender if you think about submitting it for the KFC this month. Very good contender. And then Space Marine, who's going to be on the base, pointing his plasma pistol right in the face of one of them, I guess. So yes, he says, have a little story. I hit 200 followers on Twitch. Congrats. Let's have some claps in the chat as well for that. So the Ultramarine is in the colours of my channel, and the Necrons are in my mods. The Necrons army colour. It's awesome, isn't it? Copy that. Hang on, I need to sort something out. There we go. Yeah, now I can see what you all are bloody saying now. So yeah, it's really awesome, dude. I can't wait to see the finished product. Next up, we have the painting Wookie. So he's still working on his Silver Templars. See, lovely work in progress going on here. These are going to be really cool once they're done. So yeah, can't wait to see them all painted up, dude. You really are expanding the ranks of those Silver Templars, and we salute you. Dave, he said he made this with little one last weekend. Instructions were non-existent, and it was a proper pain in the ass, but we bloody did it! Hey! It reminds me of a part work back when I was a kid, and it was build a skeleton, and it was a glow-in-the-dark skeleton. Like one issue you had the skull, the next issue you had like part of the ribs and stuff, and you clicked it all together. I never finished it. I think we only got like the first couple of issues on that. But yeah, it was good having a glow-in-the-dark plastic skull for a bit. This looks cool, man. I like this bit. By the way, Davide, what does Odialo mean in Italian? Let us know in the chat, because you said it was an Italian word. Next up is Mr. Fish, and he's finally got some paint on that sick conversion. Look at that! The light source and everything. Oh man, look, he's gone for camo as well. So look, orcs can't see this bit, and the Imperial Guard can't see this bit. I mean, there you go, it's perfect. Oh, I love it. It's awesome. And look, again, complete with fancy base. There's a scarab there. It's banging, dude. There's a little grot about to get zipped through the warp. That's really good, man. That's really good. What is this name? I'm not even gonna try and say that. Can you like phonetically put it down, or is it literally as is, like letters and numbers? Oh, look at that. Squish. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. And next to a Death Dread there as well for scale. I mean, this is just modelling for advantage, isn't it? Just to get higher line of sight. Be honest. That's sick, man. I do love the name of this though. Don't shoot. Like, that's awesome. There's no such thing as having too much fun, man. Crash Override. Oh, so the 2s are ours. Okay. Okay. Crash Override. I didn't know 2s were ours. Oh, it's banging, dude. Thank you very much for sharing. Next up is Waylander. He's made a start on his Imperial Navy. Doobie dudes. Ooh, I do like the pose though. It's just like, I don't even have to look at you to mark you. Stabby stabby bang bang. Or he's just walking up to someone going, come on, have a go if you think you are enough. That's Misadventures of Mr. Fish. That's awesome. Old school leet speak, named after main character in Hackers. Fair enough, man. Thank you very much, Mr. Waylander. Next up is Phil. I've dug out all my pagan miniature Vikings over the last few days with a view to getting them done. Here's the Berserker, fully finished and ready. Yeah, I really want to get mine finished as well. I'm painting up this Boudicca, Boudicca, however you want to name her. It sort of made me want to dive back into that and finish that little diorama that I was working on. This is awesome. That tattoo is sick as well. I mean, this is a really good miniature anyway. Like, the pose is proper dynamic. What you've done with it, looks really nice. Just gonna cut someone in half from nose to nape, you know? That's awesome, dude. Cheers for sharing. Normski. It don't look like much different, but I have pushed the pink a bit further, ready for some highlight. Okay, okay, I get it. You've done a little bit here and there. I get ya. Oh, these are coming along nicely. Thank you for sharing. Underhive Hero is working on a troll. He has a cave troll. Can't wait to see that done, dude. And stripped all this old school goodness early in the week. Oh, what are we looking at? Alright, let's have a look. Oh, these are definitely Space Marines. That looks like a librarian. That is definitely a chaplain, but his legs are apart, so maybe a chaplain on bike. It's another librarian. It's hard because on my screen it's quite small. That's got to be a captain. That is definitely a captain. He should have a Stormbolter in hand here. He looks like a scout. Jeez, man, there's a lot of really cool sculpts in here. There's another Terminator something. I want to say a Terminator captain, because he's got Stormbolter there, but it could be a librarian as well. That's the Terminator right there. Old school metal-y one. Jeez, man. You gotta take a better picture of these so we can see them. For sure. That's proper walk down memory lane. Cheers for sharing, dude. Next up is the master crafter himself for Captain Boudicca. I'll make this one easy for Kev. Oh, thanks. Spikes added to helmet and made my own Raven Guard style pauldron. The end. Thanks. That's pretty cool. So he's added these spikes on, and then the pauldron, Raven Guard styly. Here it is. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Looks a bit towish, to be honest. Like a rounded towel show pauldron, but I'll let it slide. And there you go. That's the inspiration he's taken. Obviously, it looks exactly the same. See? Exactly the same. Oh, there we go. I get it. I get it. So what are you gonna whittle down the sides then? Are you gonna get a Dremel to it and sort of thin out the sides to get these grooves? Or are you happy with how it is now? It's good. Oh, well, you know what? Like the absolute arsehole that I am. Like the absolute arsehole I am. Here's my mouth. Here's my foot. Oh dear. I see it now. Very nicely done, mate. Very nicely done indeed. So there you go. See, because I was focusing too much on this picture. Didn't bloody look at this one. It's right fucking there. What a twat. Oh dear. There you go. You know the coffee's wearing off, right? Well, cheers for sharing, dude. Noski. He's done a bit more. So he's obviously going for non-metallic metal, probably, by the looks of it. So he's got the brown in for the gold. Or you're going straight on gold but having a brown undercoat. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, looking pretty good, man. Open your eyes before your mouth. Look, if you wanted that kind of accurate nonsense, then don't tune into the Hobby Corner, right? Here, we make mistakes on the frequent. That's why we're awesome, because then you lot don't have to make those mistakes. It's a sacrifice in integrity so that you lot can feel better about yourselves. I'm sticking to that. I've fallen to bits, people. I am. Alright, let's get back to it. I really gotta have a non-intro version of that. Wolf Brother Mythos, what have you been working on here, young man? This looks sick. What, the breaches? Well, no, they're from a completely different thing, aren't they? They have to be. But they would make really good breaches because those shields are banging. Where did you get these? Tell us. Yep, hashtag pro YouTuber. Everyone slam it in the chat. Don't forget to throw down a like as well. Thanks, Gina. Yeah, look at all this. Oh, you've been printing off some custom bits, haven't you? That is not regulation standard. This is not regulation standard. That's not regulation standard. You've been a very naughty boy. They're Crusaders for Imperial Guard. Okay. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, right? Oh, these look great. They really do. And the tanks look awesome as well. Thank you for sharing, dude. We've got Raven's Rook here. Still working on his Sons of Horus. Looks like you're getting some highlighting in there, dude. That's a lot. That is a lot. But I mean, now that you got your airbrush skills up, like, you know, you're speeding through it all. Ooh, now you got a bit of detail and stuff in there. Okay. Oh, look at this. That's come along really nicely, mate. Can't wait to see what you do weathering wise, because I know you love the weather stuff and you do such a great job at it as well. So it's going to look so sick once it's finished. So yeah, cheers for sharing, man. And I think that's it. That is it for Community Corner. Oh, it was a good segment as well. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for sharing your stuff. And let us not forget, the groove is there already. It is there already. In case you were confused by that. Oh dear. Alright. Back to my face. Because that's what you tuned in for. My face. Alright. So, what are we working on at the moment? Well, all the shades that I put on should be dry. Yes. Now, I want some Agrax Earthshade for this brown here, the wooden brown. So I want to shade it, but I want to keep it brown. Don't want to darken it like I did with some of the leathers. Alright. So let's just push a bit of pigment around on there. And this will help shade in those grooves nicely. Hopefully make enough difference of a hue change so that this leather strap here looks different to the wood around it. So I don't have to do like a light wood colour. I like painting wood a darker shade, you know. Remember back in the days when like all wooden staffs and pole arms in Warhammer that were painted by the heavy metal team. They were all painted like that yellow, that sandy yellow. And I never ever saw anyone paint them like that, ever. Just never made sense to me. This one's not good. How you doing, man? We ain't seen you in a while. What you been up to, dude? Where you been all this time? You tried to make it easy for me. You can't make it up, can you? Oh dear. Also, I'm seeing 15 concurrent viewers, but I'm only seeing 12 likes. What's going on here? Where's the likes at? Snakebite leather was the colour. That's right. It was ridiculous. Who the hell used snakebite leather? No one bloody well did. Alright. So, while that sets, I've got this detail here, and I've got the sword to do. Look at the bend on that sword. working. No excuse. No excuse. Should be here with us and bike riding. Okay, I'll allow you. I'll let you off for the bike riding. That sounds like fun. It's been proper ages since we've had you on here, mate. You know what? I'm going to do that in gold, and I'm going to do that brooch in gold as well, and then do these in brass. But I am going to do this sword. Just standard steel. But they probably stole from some Romans. Oh yeah. Strange. So the primer on the sword has started to come off, so I think it's just where I've been flexing it. The primer's sort of just decided to peel off. So I'm just dabbing the paint on just so it will stay on. There we go. Just rode 60 miles this morning, and now you're preparing for a D&D game. Crikey. Try and do 100 each week. Friday, the other one on ride. That's madness, man. Like actual pedal bike or motorbike. I mean, 60 miles is no joke, mate. Like bike riding, that takes a long time to do. Say you average about 12 to 15 miles per hour. So you're looking at a very long bike ride. That's going to be a sore butt for sure. Very sore butt. Alright, let's get the bronzy stuff out now. Officer gold? Or should I go more gold and shade down? I think I'll go gold and shade down actually, because then I could do the gold and I can do the bronze at the same time. Just using different shades. Bicycle, man. Madness. Absolute madness. So I don't even know, how long has it been since you last popped in though? Because I'm pretty sure I haven't seen you in chat since before the move. if you haven't noticed, I moved. So that happened. I've got a whole new studio, everything. It's pretty crazy at the moment. I have 3 goals, 100 a week, 400 a month, 5k a year. You must be well ahead of your target then, at that rate. Can we get little bicycle emojis in the chat? Just like, to give this guy props. Because that's amazing. Those legs of yours, they must be like prime beef, mate. Absolute hench. So are you still keeping up with your hobbies as well? Still painting stuff, or have you given it over to bike riding? So I'm super intrigued now. You've piqued my interest for shizzle. I posted some of the D&D dragons on Discord, but have not been haunting YouTube. Oh, that's fair enough. YouTube does take quite a bit of time. That's why I'm super thankful for when people do tune in, or when they watch the videos and they engage and stuff, because they're giving me the most precious gift, which is their time, you know. So that's why I really appreciate when some of the OG viewers pop by as well and say hello, because I know everyone's got a lot on, everyone's got lives and that. So every minute that you're giving me is a massive gift, and I'm trying to say that as genuinely as possible. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything, because at the end of the day, our time is finite. So yeah, every second you give is like basically the best gift possible. So that's why I'm really thankful. You know what, I'm gonna go crazy with this. I'm gonna actually do some bronze studs as well. I'll tidy that up, don't worry. Don't you worry. go. Hoping it's slowed but not stopped. Hey. If you get a chance, just the other day I popped up a video on my new setup. I don't really show it off much, but it's more of like a homage to all the different spaces that I went through. So I'm pretty sure you were there back when I first started, and I was in that bloody cupboard. But ooh, look at this! It's the corner of my bedroom, but it's awesome. It looks more impressive when the big light isn't on, but I need that big light so I can see what I'm painting. But ooh, you can see more in the video. Shamelessly plugging my own stuff. Well said. Well said, young man. Well said. Okay, so what I was going to do is I've got Reichler Flesh Shade for the gold. I love a bit of that. And then I'm going to use the Agrex Earthshade for the bronze. There we go. So let's get the bronze bits. It's going to be all the bits, all the studs for sure. And this should tint it all enough to change the hue of it, so it's got that nice browny colour to it. And I can use it to cover up any overspill as well. Cheaty. Going heavy on it, very heavy shade. Lovely jubbly. Right, a little dub, 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 doop, 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 doop. Okay, and then to brighten up the bits I want to keep as gold. Little corners now, bigger corner. I mean, in all respects, it is. I mean, the channel has grown a lot. The space I have is a lot bigger now. I actually have a budget now. Can you imagine that? I actually have a budget now. Oh, I finally sorted out the AdSense thing as well. So hopefully soon I'll get my first payment of AdSense, and that's been generating since December last year, when I think I went sort of November, December time was when I reached monetization. So yeah, but I've had a few problems getting the AdSense set up, so it's just been sitting there like a little piggy bank. So when that pays out, I'm in two minds whether to get something useful for the channel, like an airbrush, or get like a cheap 3D printer with it, because I could, or put like a big deposit on a new computer, or, and this is very important with today's climate, I could use it to pay the electric bill. So I got lots of decisions there. There we go, look. So just so you can see a bit clearer. Oh, I'm gonna take the auto zoom. It's annoying me now. Camera, autofocus, there we go. Right, let's find a sweet spot for the focus. Where did it land? There it is. So that is what we got so far. I think I just need like a final highlight on the blue, maybe. I think too great because I want to keep it dull. I got to finish off that sword and then maybe do a final highlight on the bronze bits out and the wood as well. That's come along really nicely, I think. It is backwards on screen though, so just bear that in mind. But I'm proper happy with that. When did you paint the Howling Griffin Intercessor? That's when I first started watching. Oh man, that was time ago, wasn't it? This chap, I actually keep him on the thing to remind me to change the base to the actual base that fits, but I never do. I was probably happy with that actually. That came out pretty cool. But the Howling Griffin Necron came out much better. Right? Look at the flowers. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. See, most of the ones that are on the side next to me are ones that I've painted during the let's go FaceTime. Most of the stuff that I've got on the shelf here are stuff that are painted on the live streams because they remind me of fond times. You know, it's like nice memories of hanging out with you lot and you know, just painting fun stuff, doing different paint schemes and experimenting in that. So pretty much I say, with the exception of 3, I think, everything else I painted on live streams. And yeah, it's just nice to have them there. It's a little reminder of the good times with you lot, for sure. Right, we've got 10 minutes left, so I'm happy with how that's turning out. I just got to finish the sword off, like I said, and do a final highlight on the gold and the wood, and then base it. Job done. I'll pop a little work in progress picture on the Discord. So again, Normski had popped that link on as well, so thank you very much for that, dude. And yeah, again, let me know what you think of the 35th anniversary miniature for 40k. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a nice dynamic pose as well. There's a lot of character in that face. It's not just like grimacing, pure hatred in that face. So yeah, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, mate. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you're trying to spend more time painting and just get D&D dragons painted. By the way, because the one in High Wycombe, the actual game shop in High Wycombe was closing because it was turning into like a very small corner of Sports Direct for some reason. They were basically selling off as much of their stock for cheap, right? And I managed to nab this for like half price. So I got to get that painted up soon. I've only had it for a month now, but it is a pretty nice miniature. It's really dusty. Should have dusted that when I was dusting the whole desk. But yeah, it's a sick miniature, man. So I can't wait to get some paint on that for sure. That'll be my first D&D miniature painted up. Also got to finish off. So I got to finish off this. Finish off my little squad of traitors, painted in OG Heresy colours. What else is it I want to finish? I want to finish off the diorama with the pagan miniatures, because I absolutely love the concept of Vikings and werewolves, just duking it out. Then I want to get started on a few other things. So like I said, the dragon. I've got an airfix kit that I've had for a little while now. I want to get that done because that'll be my first airfix. I've got a German tank. Never done anything on that scale. Again, that's going to be brand new, just like never done before. And that I've actually been sitting on that for almost 2 years now. So it's all these little projects that I've been wanting to do for ages. I want to get that done now. Alright, Daz. Oh, it's been a long time since I see you here. Hey, it's great, man. Look, we've got some OGs in here now. It's good to see all the old favourites in here. Hope you're alright, mate. I hope you enjoyed that video clip I sent you on Instagram as well. You're painting the same blue dragon right now. Hey, there you go. There you go. So yeah, I'd love to get all that done, but you know, we'll work through it. We'll work through it, and hopefully, I'll get everything that I want to get painted done before the new year, for when the new Partworks magazine starts. Again, we'll see how everyone is doing financially, because it's going to be a tough few months. So I'm thinking end of January, sort of mid-February. That's roughly when the Stormbringer magazine is going to start, and yeah, I'm excited for it. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. As always, big thank you to the mod squad for helping out tonight. You guys help keep things going. Big shout out to everyone who participated in the community corner as well. It was fantastic seeing your stuff, and it always helps get that hobby mojo going. Getting that chick done as well, which is always fun. Like I said, I'll post a work in progress on Discord, so if you want to see all the links, if Normski is too busy right now to put the links up, there'll be a Linktree link, yeah, in the description. All my social media links in there, along with the Discord one. Just click on it. It's an instant invite. There you go, job done. And yeah, if you want to help support the channel, just liking, sharing, subscribing, that helps massively. Little comment at the end of the show also helps. And if you really want to be awesome, then you could be like one of these beautiful people right here, boom, who pay every month for exclusive stuff. It's as little as £2 a month, and you get to access the VIP chat in the Discord, where I show some behind the scenes stuff and some early access stuff as well. And if you pay a bit more, you get a bit more time, a bit more the hidden bits and pieces in there. So Buy Me a Coffee has more options for that. But big shout out to Lupus Canis, Tabletop Ready Minis, Gina Doherty, David Young, Zero Honor, Gunstar Hero, Phil Ed and Eddie Art, and Pirate Queen Pickle for your support. Helps keep the light on and keeps that little internet hamster fed as well. I got a pair of rats now actually to power the internet. So don't worry, I'm feeding them well. So yeah, once again, big loves to you all. I hope you stay safe, stay beautiful. And before we go, we've got to load up our favourite song, haven't we? So don't forget, still got time for the KFC. Big loves, peace. Mr. Bunker, where you been hiding? You didn't say a thing tonight, man. Big loves to you, mate. By the way, that Necron base looks sick. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.